teaching economics in the standard way. In standard economics, there are two inputs, capital and labor. You are labor. I am labor. And they look at us as non-beings, just entities that put in time and effort. And then he said, I had all these poor people around me, and I walk out every day, and I wondered, are they just labor? And then he started making small loans to people who could come up with creative ideas how to do small businesses and launch what the world knows today as microfinance. The big banks would not believe in those people. They didn't believe they could create a new idea. Mohammed told us this story that I've never forgotten. He said, one day as I was in the market in Bangladesh, an old man came up to me. He says, I need money. You need to give me some money. And Mohammed said, I'm not going to give you money. He says, no, I have nothing. I don't have anything. I need food. I need money. And he said, how did you get here? He said, what? He said, did you take the bus to come here? He said, are you not understanding me? I have no money. I can't afford the bus. And he said, so how did you get here? He said, I walked here. And then he said, turning to another place, you see that man over there? He has a package in his arms. You go over to that man and ask him if you can deliver that package to wherever it needs to go, because you are a walker. Everybody has a talent. Everybody has a gift. Everybody can create an option. You have to see the walkers among you. You have to see things not as they are, but as they could be. You need to be a creator and an innovator and disruptor if you're going to have impact in your service. There is no other way. I promise you that. We can all be talkers, but we need to see and we need to create. And finally, the third thing. You need to be one with God. There is great darkness in the world today. But if we know anything about God, it is that his light trumps all darkness. Darkness cannot survive his light. And you need to be tapped into his light, the greatest power and mind in the universe, to be able to move mountains and to change things. When I was just in Ethiopia, not in Ethiopia, I was in Ethiopia, but I was in Zimbabwe and Zambia, where we took a day last week to go see Victoria Falls, one of the great wonders of the universe. It was discovered by a man by the name of David Livingstone. He was a medical doctor, medical missionary. At 10 years of age, he lived in a one-room shack in Scotland in deep poverty and had to work 12 hours a day in a factory. This young boy survived and continued to become the greatest discoverer in Africa that has ever lived, that affected over 380 million lives. What did he do? Not only did he explore and discover Victoria Falls, he was the first one to teach in public health that malaria comes from a mosquito. Nobody knew that before he solved that. He was the first one to discover that quinine could help cure that malaria. They kept trying to get Dr. Livingstone to come back to England, but he refused to go. He kept serving the people in East Africa. He gave away all his medical supplies to all the villagers around his area. And on the day he died, they found him at his cot praying. He died praying because he knew what any of us can discover. once you tap into the greatest mind and power in the universe and his light, you can change the world. You can do great things and never believe in God. You can do many wonderful things, but you will never become who you can become unless you have his light with you. You can become even greater. That is the promise of being one with God. Last night we celebrated an awards dinner. By the way, my wife didn't tell me we were having an awards dinner, nor did she tell me I was the keynote speaker. So I saw I was the keynote speaker when I opened the program this morning. So we need to communicate a little bit better. No. She probably has a rebuttal to that, but I'm sure. But anyway, when we came here 20 years ago to Ghana. It was a difficult time for us, difficult choices. And we were running a big business. And when we were asked to come, we said, no, this isn't really a good time. And the person talking to us said, you need to come. God wants you to be here. And you're either going to live your life with faith or you're going to live it by convenience. And so we gave up everything. And with faith, we came. Why do I say that? Because if we had not been one and looked to that light, I don't care, this campus would not be here. It would still be farms. In everything that we celebrated founders, we celebrated all the faculty and everything. But we did not celebrate God. He was the one who created this. I need you to understand that in the core of your being. And he will create service opportunities for you that will change the world. So, in conclusion, everything is founded in lives of service. To be great servants, have eyes that see everything around you. Don't be a talker, be a seer. Be a creator, an innovator. Don't accept the standard ways. Challenge yourselves to think outside the box. Challenge yourselves to see what others don't see of new ideas of how to bring healthcare and healthcare technology and solutions to the many challenges that surround you in this country. And take time to be one with the God of heaven. One of the great questions that Jesus asked us all in the Bible was this: what will a man give in exchange for his soul? As you go forward, that's going to be a great question that you will ask. What am I exchanging my soul for? Am I exchanging it to become more recognized, more powerful? Just remember the words, he who is greatest among you is your servant. Thank you all, and God bless you, and I wish you the very best.